After logging into the work system, you should see the home screen, which displays the cards associated with your account, as well as any action items such as transactions that still need to be signed off, or reports that have been run but not yet viewed. Under the Expenses tab, you'll be able to view your current transactions and perform any actions needed, such as signing off, allocating, or attaching receipts. You can also view the Receipts option, which allows you to upload and view receipts that can be attached to specific transactions. Under the Reports tab, users can create monthly statements that will run automatically on the first day of the month that show the previous month's transactions. One of the new features to the WMU Work system is the ability to upload receipts to each transaction that allows for approvers and auditors to check purchases for validity with greater ease. This new functionality will be a requirement for account holders to follow to ensure compliance and to protect themselves from fraud or questionable purchases. In the Work system, on the toolbar, select Expenses and then Receipts. Your receipts that you have uploaded will be displayed on this screen. To add a new receipt, click the Add button. On the ensuing screen, click the Browse button and select the receipt from your computer's files. Put the date that is on the receipt in the receipt date space, and then any additional notes about the file in the description field. Once you're done, click OK. Repeat these steps for each additional receipt needed. When all your receipts are uploaded, on the toolbar, go to Expenses and then Transactions and find the transaction you want to attach the receipt to. Click on the drop-down under the Document column and select Manage Receipts. Select Add and then Stored Receipt. Select the receipt by checking the box and then selecting Attach. If you aren't certain which receipt is which, you can select View PDF to pull up a copy to view it. Hit Close when you are completed. If you want to change your screen to show whether your transactions have receipts attached to them or not, select the Columns option at the top right and then check the box next to Uploaded Receipts. Hit Save when you're done. After this, you will see a new column at the end that displays yes or no depending on if a receipt is attached or not. Procurement card transactions are available for account holder review within a few business days after they have been posted to the account. If an account holder cannot fulfill their duties and works, their department must assign someone to act on their behalf. That individual would then be responsible for completing the same tasks as the account holder. Regardless, the account holder should be aware of how to complete these tasks before using the card. In the Work system, on the menu bar found at the top of the screen, select Expenses and then Transactions and Account Holder. On this screen, the Pending Sign-Off tab should be selected automatically, which will display any transactions that have not yet been signed off on during the default period under the filters. If you need to access transactions prior to 3 months from today's date, select the plus icon next to the Date filter, select the calendar icon, and enter in the new time period and hit Search to resubmit the request. To allocate an expense, select the transaction and select Allocate Edit. This will bring up a new screen where you can change the fund and cost center or account associated with the expense and enter any comments as needed. After hitting Save at the bottom, the transaction screen will now reflect any changes made. If any errors were made while allocating, there will be a red X next to the transaction in one or more of the 3 fields, and you can reach out to your program administrator who can assist in resolving them. After allocating the transaction, the user will then be required to sign off on the transaction. This is a non-reversible function that states that the account holder agrees to the validity of the charge. Not only is this a required function to help prevent fraud and ensure compliance, but it is also required to keep the credit limit associated with the card current. So it is imperative that users make sure to allocate and sign off on all transactions before the end of each month. Charges are posted to the Fund and Cost Center listed on the last day of the month, so any allocations made after the fact will not affect GLOW. For a faster allocation process, users can also select the Mass Allocate button at the bottom and type in the fund and cost center that all charges should be allocated to. Likewise, if users want to sign off on all transactions at one time, they can select the checkbox on the toolbar to highlight all charges and select the Sign Off button. Please remember that all sign-offs are final, so if any changes need to be made afterwards, a journal entry will need to be done to correct it.